That's right, boys and girls, birds and squirrels, cats and kittens, and other animals.
Other things.
In the animal kingdom. Welcome back to the Friendly Fire Morning Show. We are here on this beautiful, beautiful Tuesday morning.
This is what qualifies as beautiful weather to you?
Rip-roaring in Washington weather. It's beautiful, brah.
All right. I love that you are continuing to be an optimist. You're looking at things optimistically.
Yeah, I tend to do that. How's it going, Ben?
I just got my morning coffee. I'm waiting to see if it decides to use its powers for good or evil today.
Oh, is evil diarrhea?
Well, if it is, then I'm pretty sure it's going to be evil today.
And good is also diarrhea. And how's it going? Yeah. How's it going, dirty corporate intern Snugs?
It's going pretty good. Yes, I'm kind of with Ben on this. This weather, it's cold, and I know I asked for this, and it's better than the heat.
Yes.
But I need to do laundry and did not have pants. I just have shorts that are clean. Like, I just massed a bunch of shorts for the summer weather. So I'm wearing shorts, and I walked outside this morning, and I was like, whoa. It's a little cold.
I wish this weather was a piñata. That way I could beat it senseless.
See,
I think that about a lot of people.
I feel that about the Kardashians. I actually love this weather. We're talking about the weather right now. We're so exciting.
Yeah, it is. We're totally
Beautiful
building an audience right here.
Yeah, I know. But anyways, I love it. I never get tired of the heat, but I just love all the different kinds of weather.
I don't know. I'm still deciding whether or not I like it.
Hey, where's his drum head? He gets one drum. He gets
Give me
1
minute.
Okay,
Yeah,
well,
exactly
just
1
be
minute.
on top of the drum hit next time. Okay?
Snug gets 1 drum hit
Failed
per
me
show.
for the last time.
Okay, you ready? I have your drop. Ready?
Yep. I should have seen that coming.
Yeah, that's right.
All right. Hey, can we do station ID real quick?
Yeah, absolutely. This is KGRG-FM, KGRG-FM, HD1 Auburn. Also broadcasting on K207 AP Sumner Lake Taps, 89.3 FM. The Struggle
Auburn
Bus.
and Sumner.
Yeah, next time I'm going to do it in a Swedish accent. So
Oh, my word.
prepare yourself.
I'm waiting for your interpretation of a Swedish accent.
KGRG-FM.
Will that even be legal if you do it with that accent? Because people won't understand.
Yes, it will.
Hey, remember, this is America. We don't speak Swedish in America.
It's true.
Well,
Or do we?
Fine. You know what? You get this now.
Scintillating.
Swedish
love
crickets.
Yes, those were Swedish crickets.
Hey, don't forget that we're also on iHeartRadio, too. If you haven't gotten it yet for your smartphone or your tablet, you need to do that. Well, you probably should have done it, a few months ago when we started doing this show.
You should have.
You can get it from Google Play or the Apple App Store. It is free and easy to use. Even an old fart like me can use it. You can take Dr. Professor Grand Marshal Captain Nathan, lovingly, affectionately known as Pete, your buddy BenJammin, and dirty corporate producer Snug, and when she feels like showing up, #Buttercup with you pretty much wherever you go.
Now, I'm confused, because an old fart
I am an old
is
fart.
nothing. Because after a fart becomes old enough, it dissipates into nothingness.
That's true.
I just don't understand. Are we trying to say that Ben is nothing when he's an old fart?
Hey. Or maybe it's like an old fart that's just been like storing in your intestines.
I see. It's old inside you, and then it's freshly released.
It's freshly released, which is just it's a bad thing.
Thank you for clearing that up.
Yeah.
Hey,
exactly.
just remember that I don't fart. Okay, I whisper in my underwear.
Well, yeah, you don't fart because you're perfect. You were designed perfectly, kind of like
Come here. I have a secret to tell you.
Kim Jong-un. He doesn't use the restroom because he uses all the nutrients in his body perfectly. And so do you. You use that gas as energy.
I absolutely do, and I even do it when I'm exercising. Why? Just last week, I bested Kim Jong Un's world record of a 32 under par. I shot 10 hole-in-ones last weekend.
Wow, that's impressive. You shouldn't say that too
impressive.
loud, though. Otherwise, he's gonna have you assassinated.
Well, you know what? As of today, North Korea says it's ready to launch nuclear missiles anytime, and I'm like, you know what?
YOLO.
Bring it on.
Bring it on, brah. I'm a perfect man.
Come at me, brah.
Interview.
Come at me, brah.
a perfect machine. He could outrun those missiles.
Yeah, totally. So what are we going to be doing today on the show on Friendly Fire Mornings? Well, we're gonna have Say Hi, Say Goodbye coming up in about 10 minutes. We're gonna do a segment of the Great Debate yet again. We have a very scintillating extra 8 at 8 for you that's coming up in the 8 o'clock hour. We'll do traffic and weather. We got all your headlines, and we also have one in the chamber and
climbing Mount Dummerest.
Yep, and we have our trivia game that's climbing Mount Dummerest. So we have lots of awesome hot silliness for you right here on Friendly Fire Mornings. We also play music, and one of the reasons why KGRG has been on the air for about 25 years now is because you guys just keep calling that request line with music requests, and you can call that number up right now, as a matter of fact, 253-833-5004, and make your selection. Get your song on the air.
And don't forget, you can call us. That's all fine and dandy. However, you can't call us any time of the day. You know what you can do?
What?
You can check out our Facebook page.
Oh, we have one of those?
24/7. Actually, no. Scratch that.
What?
I'm going to round up. 3010. You can call us 3010 throughout the week, okay?
Wow.
Yeah.
We rounded up to the nearest 10, did we?
Yes, we did.
And if you still want to reach us directly and talk to an actual one of us, you can text us if you don't actually like talking on the phone. And that number is going to be 253-693-8323. That is not 24/7. That's 2-2. Okay, 2 hours a day, 2 days a week.
There you go.
Gotcha.
Yeah, only when we're on air. That's our anti-social text line. You
Yep.
can feel free to send us a text with pretty much whatever you want to say.
Especially when you're driving, right?
No. Oh, bad.
No? Well,
You're a doctor. Shame.
Yeah,
no,
I know.
but I prescribe texting and driving to everyone. Haha.
You just come across someone that you don't like. I prescribe texting and driving.
Texting and driving and closing your eyes. You just want to feel the road.
I'm just going to start describing people I don't like as, well, they kind of remind me of a piñata.
Where to find a baseball
I just
bat or a
want to
hammer?
beat them until candy comes out.
Yeah.
What's candy? What candy's coming out? Tic Tacs. All right, so we're going to get back to the music for now. We'll be back with some more hilarity here on the all-new KGRG-FM Friendly Fire, so stay tuned in. Until then, we have Eviction by Like Pacific, and then we have some messages for you. Friendly Fire, we'll be right back. Let's get a Cheez-It, guys.
Cheez-It!
Cheez-It! Welcome back to the Friendly Fire Morning Show. I'm Nathan. Over there we have Ben, and over there we have everyone's favorite mascot, Snugs.
Whoa, mascot.
Yeah, you are
Well-
the official mascot.
Yeah, you're the mascot.
Yeah,
Do I
'cause
get a cool costume?
No.
you are a
Is
costume.
it a piñata?
You are a costume.
You're dressed up like a piñata.
All right, so it's time for Say Hi, Say Goodbye. This is where we take a look at a couple of news stories, and we'll talk about them for a minute, and we will present them to you not only over the air, because that's kind of what we're supposed to do, but also on our Friendly Fire Mornings Facebook page. So if you want to go there now, you'll see our two most recent posts, and we have the stories up there for you. This is where we say goodbye to the old and busted and hello to the new hotness.
Hello, new hotness.
Rut-row.
Rut-row.
You guys remember what show that was from?
Yes.
What show?
Scooby-Doo.
Nope.
Rut-row.
No, Rut-row. No, that was Astro from the Jetsons.
Oh! Yeah, sorry, I got my cartoon dogs mixed up.
Oh, man.
Let's get out of here, Scoob.
Rut-row. So story number one, we're going to be talking about Donald Trump again, because he's kind of on everybody's mind. He's just ever since he quit, well, he had to quit his show, The Apprentice, and then it became The Celebrity Apprentice to, run this bat turd crazy campaign for president. And NBC has found themselves in a little bit of a pickle. So, but they have finally found his replacement. Celebrity Apprentice announced yesterday or last night that they have hired Donald Trump's replacement as host of Celebrity Apprentice. And who have they hired?
Bill Gates.
They hired Snooki. No.
Oh, Lord, no. Destroy all televisions.
No kidding. No, they hired the governor, Arnold Schwarzenegger, to host the show.
What?
Yeah.
I'm the governor.
I would prefer if he ran for president. I feel like that would be less of a joke. However, he is boring.
No one would be able to understand
Hey, you know what? That's exactly what they said when he ran for governor. For governor.
Yeah, watch yourself.
Yeah, no kidding. But
Come for you.
unfortunately, Arnold Schwarzenegger is not ever going to be able to be president because he wasn't born in this country.
Yeah.
And but he can. He could. He was governor because that's not against the rules apparently. Celebrity Apprentice is going to start filming this winter, and it's going to return next spring. On a side note, Arnold is also going to be in attendance on Wednesday night for the Republican National Debate, which is at the Reagan Library in California, which Donald Trump is going to be at. Sources say that they are probably going to talk, but not anywhere near a camera, which is not what anybody wants. They want the soundbite.
That must be a pretty small library. If it only has Reagan's
Well, they're not
books
allowed
in
to
it.
talk very loudly if it's a library.
Oh, that's true. But also, a Reagan library, that's not going to be too many books. How many books did he even really write?
No, that's probably got a whole bunch of books that are, carved out, to hold whiskey flasks.
Oh.
It's got
That's more like the Reagan I know.
I feel like if I were to read books off of a bookshelf that belonged to Ronald Reagan, I would really like the books.
You would really like the books? Why?
I feel like, I don't know, I just feel like Ronald Reagan would read cool books.
Probably.
Well,
He probably would. Of all the presidents, there's a lot of boring
Extended Universe.
presidents.
It was all just Star Wars Extended Universe
Reagan
books.
was a huge Star Wars fan.
Yay!
I'll tell you what, if there's one book that was read by a president, I would actually want to read The Guns of August, which was a book that was read by John F. Kennedy, which inspired his actions during the Cuban Missile Crisis. Anyway, what we're going to do about the Donald Trump thing and Celebrity Apprentice, we are going to say goodbye to "You fired," and we're going to say hi to the new hotness, "You're terminated." You are terminated.
I like it. I'm excited. But does he get the catchphrase now?
He'll probably keep it, or they'll probably go with terminated. I really don't know, but anyway,
terminated.
the show is being written right now, and they start filming next month.
He won't say you're terminated. He'll just say "Hasta la vista, baby."
Yeah,
Oh my
Get
god!
to the chopper.
I will watch that show.
get to the chopper because I'm going to drop you out of it.
I hope you have a parachute.
That's just I don't know. I feel like I still feel like that's kind of weird. I feel like he needs to be in action movies. He can't be on a reality show.
Well, hey, you know what? A guy like Arnold Schwarzenegger drives ratings. That's really what they needed. Okay, and especially because this show is going to debut, or it's going to be airing. I think it's in May, and that's when Sweeps is, and that's when all the networks, get to try to drive up ratings to increase viewership, and viewership in turn leads to advertisers, and advertisers leads to money.
Oh gosh, that's what corporate's going to have us do.
When I was first old enough to kind of understand politics and different positions like governor and mayor and kind of how the rankings work,
Dog catcher.
and when I first learned that Arnold Schwarzenegger was governor of California, my mom told me, I was like, no that's
way.
a joke, you're kidding. And then I looked it up, I was like, oh my word, he actually is.
Yeah.
I was like, that's actually kind of cool.
Hey, if you guys remember Back to the Future, and he asks, who's president of the United States in 1985? He says, Ronald Reagan. And he says, yeah, and who's vice president? Jerry Lewis?
Yes, vice president. Sure.
I love that line.
Yeah, so that's story number one of Say Hi, Say Goodbye. And again, go to our Friendly Fire Mornings Facebook page to check out the stories for yourself. And Dr. Nathan's got story number 2 for you.
I do indeed. However, my script is not up, so please vamp for me as I'm finding that.
Vamp. How do you vamp? I mean, how does one vamp?
I'm pretty sure it involves just talking incessantly, it's actually what's known as subterfuge, when you're trying to do something to disguise the fact that you're really trying to do something else.
We're like radio
You're very
ninjas.
meta with this, by the way.
We're like radio ninjas.
It's true.
We should do an extra 8 on how to vamp. Top 8
Ways
top
to
8
vamp.
topics to vamp on. So, how about the weather today, huh?
Hey, it would be a huge segment.
It would be.
It would be huge.
Huge.
So huge.
You're fired.
So I have one question for you guys.
Yes.
Have you ever wanted to go to the moon?
No.
The moon?
But
I'm pretty sure you have, Snug, because you're a space movie freak.
Well, no, I don't want to go to the moon. I want to go to
the moon.
Tatooine or Coruscant or some other planet from Star Wars.
I have that. I would
Moon
prefer
is
that
boring.
one. But I would like to go to the moon and then just like jump around and play golf.
I don't know.
and
Maybe
stuff.
when I'm older or dead or something.
Well, now you can.
Really?
But only after you're dead, Snug.
Aww.
So you'll have to die first, then you can go to the moon. One last trip is on the minds of many, and in San Francisco startup, you can shoot yourself to the moon.
Really?
It's the Elysium Space is a company founded in 2012, and it offers a service that no one else does, thank goodness. They'll rocket your cremated ashes to the moon.
Really?
Yeah.
Well,
I wonder
why would people want to do this? I'm surprised that they even thought that this was a good business model.
Well, I mean, everyone, like just regular people, are getting themselves buried. So hipsters are going to come along. Space nerdy hipsters are going to come along.
Space hipsters. That sounds like a cheap.
Space.
That sounds like a terrible bad budget movie.
It's a straight to TV, straight to sci-fi,
straight to TV and straight to video.
Or that's something History Channel would have as a documentary nowadays.
And most funeral or burial expenses range from $6,000 to $10,000, depending on what you want to do.
Yeah.
Personally, I want to have my ashes, or I want to have my ashes mixed in with gold dust. That's what I want to do. So mine's going to be a bit more. But for $12,000, this company will act like an as a space travel agency and a funeral home.
Oh, so they'll cremate you and then shoot you up to the moon.
Exactly. So apparently, though, they're going to, I don't know if they mix all the ashes together, but they're going to send them up all at once. And personally, I want just a private
that takes the fun out of it. Yeah. I was going to say, I wonder if it costs more to have more sent up with you. Like, the ancient Egyptian pharaohs and stuff were buried with a lot of, their possessions and animals. Like,
and their wives.
When I die, I mean, I have it written up in my will that I want my wife to be killed as well. And so I wonder if it costs extra to have all my stuff sent with me and my computers to be cremated and sent up with me.
You know what?
Well.
I'm pretty sure that if the hipsters have anything to do with this, they'll have their ashes rocketed up to the moon along with a can of Pabst.
Wait, you don't have me killed in your will, do you?
We'll talk about that off air. I think the space hipsters are just going to do this, and then they're going to be like first, and then they won't do it anymore. Because I mean, once everybody starts catching on, the hipsters won't like it anymore.
Well, that's true.
For the same reason they don't like tattoos and earrings either.
They're like, oh, you guys are still going to the moon? We found this new awesome, you probably never heard of it, but it sends you to Mars or whatever.
We get our ashes cremated in the Pabst.
They just cremate our neck beards.
So what's the name of this company again?
It is Elysium Space.
Okay.
Isn't there a movie called Elysium?
Yeah.
It was a very terrible movie with Matt Damon.
So the Griffin Lander spacecraft from the Astrobotic Technology will be launching in 2017.
Okay.
And it's going to be going to the moon. However, apparently another service that they're going to be offering is shooting you up to an asteroid so you can be a freaking shooting star.
Yeah, I know.
Which is pretty sweet.
That is pretty dope. But what they do is they try to land you on a shooting star.
And that's the best part is they say that they will they'll do their best.
Yeah, they'll do their best to make sure that you end up a shooting star.
I think I want to do the same thing, okay?
Yeah.
I'm going to try my best to make you a shooting star. I won't ever launch a rocket because it's still going to be illegal. I'll try my best.
Yeah, just give me your credit card and I'll handle the rest.
You do realize that I'm 20 years old and I'm in school and stuff.
They don't need to know that.
Company.
No one needs to know that.
I feel like this is gonna be the new thing for dictators. Is I had for their wives. It's I had this man killed and then I sent him up to a comet. Now he's a shooting star. You to enjoy.
No more swimming with the fishies. Now it's dancing with the aliens or something.
You're gonna be dancing with the aliens.
So I guess we're saying goodbye to Dust to Dust and saying hello to the new hotness, Dust to Space, the final funeral frontier.
I just think that is so awesome that a company has thought of something. They have developed a service that people had no idea that they wanted. And now they're selling it for $12,000 a pop.
Exactly.
See, I'm going to do the opposite and say, I'm going to start up a company and be like, I will cremate you and drop you down the Marina Trench. In the ocean, you'll be deep inside the Earth's crust, one with the Earth. And I'll make it sound awesome. People will be like, yeah. And I'll be like, $12,001. And they'll be like, oh, that's not bad.
For exactly $5,000, I'll bury you in my backyard.
Then I'll rent a helicopter for $500 that'll fly me over the Marina Trench, and I'll just plop, plop, pop, drop little jars of ashes in.
Wow, good luck with that.
You're an evil person.
No, I'm a
All right.
genius.
Anyways, that's all the time we have for now. So we said goodbye to a lot of things and hello to so many new things.
And don't forget that you can check out our Friendly Fire Mornings Facebook page where we have listed those stories up for you. Feel free to share them on your own newsfeed and feel free to comment on them or message us on Facebook. Again, that's Friendly Fire Mornings. But before you do any of that, we would love it. We would really appreciate it. We will be your bestest friends foreverest if you
No
give
promises.
if you give that page a like first.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. If you like that page, then I will do something.
Do stuff.
Yeah, I'll do stuff.
We'll do stuff on air for you.
All right, we'll do one of those things where we like take a picture of Nathan holding a piece of paper, and it's like, if we get such and such likes, this will happen, and he'll look all sad. Or like maybe if we get like 100 likes, I won't have him killed and cremated with me.
Yeah. Oh, dear God,
Save-
people like the page.
Help to save a Nathan.
Well, no, I was thinking, you used to be our intern, so you're low man on the totem pole. We're going to have you hold up a sign that says, I don't know, what should we do? Like, cut off a limb or something?
What?
Hey, yeah, you can live without your foot. You can live without a foot.
You don't need both feet.
Yeah, I know. You've seen those cats, hippity hop into the barber shop with one leg.
So if we don't get a like in the next 15 minutes, our intern loses a foot.
Yeah.
People are like, is that a threat?
Yeah, again, that's Friendly Fire Mornings on Facebook. Do it now so Snug doesn't have to use a cane for the
We're
rest
gonna
of
have
his life.
like cops all up in here.
All right, this is getting too evil now. We need to get back to the music. This is Jefferson Shadow by Jefferson Shadow by Dry Jacket here on the all-new KGRG-FM. Friendly Fire will be back after this. This is the all-new Friendly Fire here on KGRG-FM. You see what I just did there?
Yeah, you started to say something and then you said something else.
Yeah, no, I mishmashed the words.
Oh, okay. Well,
Yeah.
that was awful clever of
I'm
you.
mishy-mashy like that.
Oh, okay. You know what, Nathan? If your voice had a like button, I'd click it.
Thanks.
Well, you know what does have a like button?
What?
Our Facebook page does.
Snap.
You should go to our Facebook page, Friendly Fire Mornings, on Facebook.com or on your Facebook mobile app and like our page.
Yeah,
There's
you
so
totally
much cool
should.
stuff.
Look at that. Our corporate producer is always pushing our stuff.
You know, corporate, we're trained by the best.
Yeah, we are.
That's all I can say.
I still hate you for sucking the life out of me.
It's true.
yeah.
Corporate does that.
So we have news for you. All of us, all of the guys here at Friendly Fire Mornings, Dr. Nathan, BenJammin, and Snug, we all vape like monkeys.
Monkeys vape?
Yeah. Hey, we're the vaping apes of KGRG.
Vaping apes.
Yeah. Unfortunately, we all have to go outside to vape, which is kind of a bummer because Washington has a Clean Air Act. But we're going to be talking a little bit about e-cigarettes and vaping. Why? Because it was just announced this morning that Portland State University has been granted a federal grant to the tune of $3.5 million to study the potential dangers of e-cigarettes.
Wow.
Right. Now, we would like to say this is not the first time that they have studied it. As a matter of fact, PSU has already conducted a couple of studies on e-cigarettes.
That's good because I'm tired of seeing the studies where, there's zero funding and it's just a person who says, it's bad, okay?
Well, yeah. I mean, they were saying the same thing a long time ago when George H.W. Bush, they think it was president number 41 in the chain of the exclusive big club, back in the late 80s. It was the early 90s. He signed a piece of legislation that made it illegal to traffic in human growth hormone and steroids.
Oh, I thought you were going to say he was big into vaping. I was like,
I think it started in the 60s, so.
Yeah, but anyway, that also made it impossible for universities to do any kind of studying, steroids that could be used on, not any kind of steroids, anabolic steroids.
Well, here's the thing. A lot of people jump to conclusions with this kind of thing. And with vaping, it's really easy to because smoking is obviously bad. It's no one thinks that smoking is okay anymore unless you live under a rock.
Quite obviously, nothing that produces a substance besides oxygen that you breathe into your lungs is necessarily good for you.
And even too much oxygen.
And this isn't
can hurt
the
you.
subject. The subject is whether it's better enough for you than cigarettes to be worth switching.
Right.
Yes, and
Which I think it's pretty obvious that it is.
absolutely. And the studies that Portland State University they've already done the studies, and they have concluded that if you have a vape pen, you're probably used to wattage and voltage and ohms, which is resistance. All right, you get to learn a lot about electricity when you vape. Yeah, and they have concluded that if you vape on a high enough voltage setting, you can get formaldehyde into your lungs, and formaldehyde is a known carcinogen. The cool thing about this federal grant, you know where they got the money?
Where?
The Food and Drug Administration that regulates tobacco.
Oh.
Okay.
Yeah. So anyway, Portland State has just been given $3.5 million to determine if e-cigarettes are safer for your health than smoking regular tobacco, and there's no word on whether or not they're going to be supplied with cigarettes.
You know
for the
what?
Study.
I have a message to the FDA. I'll do it for only $1 million.
Oh, really?
Yep. I'm gonna undercut the Portland State University. I'll lowest bidder this.
Oh, okay.
$1 million, and I'll conduct a study. I mean, I vape. I study it all the time. I might as well be getting paid for it.
Yeah,
that's true.
I study it for at least an hour a day.
I study how delicious it is.
Yeah.
The deliciousness of vape.
I have concluded. Thank you for your $1 million. I've concluded that it is safe. I like it.
It's good. It's nummy.
I just give them a thumbs up and then walk away with my $1 million.
Yeah. It's like a massage for your lungs. That's what it is.
A massage with nicotine.
Yeah. So that's pretty cool. If you want to comment on this story, we're going to post it up on our Facebook page. Again, that's Friendly Fire Mornings at Facebook. And feel free to comment on the story because we want to hear from you. Remember that Friendly Fire loves listener interactions. So feel free to comment on this story, message us on Facebook, or what else can they do?
Well, they can do a lot of things. I mean, if you have a computer and your computer has internet and you have an email, you can email us.
No way.
Yes, only if you have an email.
How old do you think our listeners are?
In their 90s.
Okay, well, then that means they can send us snail mail.
Yes,
actually, we need to set that up. I want to get actual fan letters.
Like actual
fan letters?
Sealed with a kiss, ladies. I'm single. Wink.
No, I want them sealed with a wax seal.
A wax seal?
Like kings of old.
But while the wax is hot, just press your lips into it, ladies. If I get some dude lips,
if you
I'll
do
want to
email us, you can email to FF899morning@gmail.com.
Heck to the yizzle. You can do that. Of course, you can check out our Facebook page, like we said previously. You want to check out all of our cool content. We're going to get back to the music. We have a few messages, and then we have some music, and then we'll have headlines.
Yep.
And
a traffic and weather report before 8 o'clock.
Oh, yeah. Traffic and weather. Then we'll have some headlines, and then we'll have the top 8 at 8. We'll be back. This is the Friendly Fire Morning Show on the all-new KGRG-FM. Let's cheese it, fellas.
Cheese it.
That's right, boys and girls, birds and squirrels. Welcome back to the Friendly Fire Morning Show at the top of the 8 hour. Real quick, I'm going to give you some station ID. This is KGRG-FM, KGRG-FM, HD1 Auburn. Also broadcasting on K207 AP Summoner Lake Taps, 89.3 FM.
And on iHeartRadio in the bulge in your pocket.
Yes, in the bulge in your pocket, also known as your cellular device. So you might want to whip that out right now and check your app store, your local app store.
Whip out that bulge in your pocket. I'm sorry. Corporate is they teach us to be very mature.
Yes, we can tell. Anyways, we're going to jump right into headlines now.
Oh, shoot, yeah,
with no further ado.
I'm all sitting here ready to just be on
corporate.
Air,
Corporate also has you practice preparedness.
Yes,
so.
It's true.
Yeah, it's really nice that.
Yeah, they do a real poor job of it, but no. No, it's top of the hour at 8 o'clock, and that means it's time for headlines. So who wants to start headlines?
I will start us off because I am ready now.
Okay.
Okily dokily.
New York City is preparing for the winter preemptively by dumping 6 trillion tons of salt on the city.
We want to do headlines and also a shout out here. Happy birthday to Tommy Lee Jones. He's 69 today, which means he's old enough to remember what it was like to go twosies without a smartphone.
Oh, snap. Study finds average American inadvertently eats equivalent of 8 pieces of fruit per year.
A local 6-year-old makes millions after becoming a modern artist.
Oh, God.
Yep, modern art for you.
Gym chain LA Fitness now classifies running late as exercise exercise.
Patriots never even bothered to steal Jets' playbook.
Yeah. Well then.
Today's scientists are confident that artificial intelligence can be programmed to be lenient slave masters.
Bull dinky. And finally, new polling concludes that yoga is America's favorite way to pretend to work out.
And finally, last night, rotation of the Earth plunges entire North America continent into darkness.
Oh my word. What am I going to do?
Bummer.
It's going to take you a second. Just ponder on that for a second. All right, now we're going to jump into the 8 at 8.
Yes, and just to save time, we'd like everybody to know that we are utterly insane here on Friendly Fire Mornings, and we're going to prove it to you by doing this edition of the Extra 8 at 8. Now, we're going to be, we kind of threw this list together at the last second, so, you're going to have to kind of bear with us. Again, we were taught by corporate to be prepared. But what we're going to do is we're going to present to you, not only on the air, but also on our Facebook page. Again, that's Friendly Fire Mornings. Go there right now and you can check out our Extra 8 at 8. These are things you should be ultra grateful that you don't have to do anymore. We live in the 21st century and we have plenty of modern conveniences that have made life so much easier and all of us a bunch fatter.
Swiggity swoogity.
Yeah, so go there right now and you can check out the list. I'll lead off with number 8 on the Extra 8 at 8. These are top 8 things you should be glad you don't have to do anymore. Use a pager, check your pager, or use a fax machine. I remember having a pager back when I was a teenager in the mid-90s, and it was kind of cool for a while, but then it got replaced by smartphones, and there was nothing more infuriating than getting a page from mom, dad, your best friend, or worse yet, your boss, and then having to run to a payphone, drop 50 cents into it, and, make a call. These days, you can just, your boss texts you, or your mom texts you, or your bro texts you, hey, what are you doing? You can, message them right back, or you can get back to them, instantaneously.
Ah, darn it, those stupid pagers. I'm tired of that.
The only time I would ever want a pager right now is if it made the Kim Possible sound, if it were like, bloop, 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 and then I'd be like, oh, what's the sitch? Someone needs me. I don't know who.
All right, and for number 7, growing all your own food.
That's a chore.
Yes, it is. Back in the day when I, in my previous life, or maybe I'm a vampire, I haven't decided what it is yet. Anyways, when you had to grow all your own food, I can't even imagine a situation where you had to till the earth every day to create your own food. You're probably much more appreciative of everything you had, but at the same time, you were slaving over all of, your tomatoes. Your potatoes.
It's almost like we have to grow our own food because we have to drive up to the thing and tell them what we want, and we have to wait like a minute while they make it, and then we have to pay at one window, and then we have to get the food at another window. Why are there 2 windows?
That's outrageous. You know what they need to do? They need to send drones and deliver it straight to our mouths. Mm-hmm. Actually, you know what? Forget the mouth. Straight to your stomach.
Yes. Yeah. We need little plugs on our stomachs where they just
plug
in and charge us with food.
Yeah. Yeah, so
oh my gosh.
Yeah, growing all your own food, by the way, has been replaced by supermarkets and Pizza John's pizza delivery on your smartphone.
Yes.
Oh,
and in the spirit of corporate preparedness, I do not have a copy of the script. That's also partially due to the fact that the studio I'm in does not have a PC where I can access all of the goodness that we prepped for. So if
Snug,
you guys would just
go to the Friendly Fire Mornings Facebook page like everyone else has done.
Oh, I can go to our Facebook page and I can like the Facebook page.
Yeah. It sounds like we prepared this to vamp our Facebook or promote our Facebook page. We didn't. He actually didn't think of that.
This is totally shooting from the hip.
You don't know that.
He is on his phone right now trying to pull up
Maybe corporate
Facebook.
Taught me better than you guys thought they did.
They taught us subliminally.
I find that
subliminally.
Yeah.
Are you almost ready there, buddy? Should we vamp more?
No, I think I got this. So we talked about growing our own food, which that sucks, but here's number 6. This might suck a little more. So when you do a load of laundry, it takes you it takes you personally 5 minutes of work.
Yeah.
And then a little bit of waiting time. Well, get ready for a lot more waiting time because back in the day, you had to hang your clothes up to dry.
Yawn.
Well, we're just focusing on the drying part, let alone washing, man. You had to use one of those washboards and
go down to the river.
Actually
use muscles against the scrubbing pad and
using muscles for laundry.
God, who wants to do that?
I use my muscles to lift my coffee to my lips.
Yeah, I mean, this is just crazy. Even in like the later 90s, you know, people were still hanging their clothes out to dry. And it's like,
Get with
Neanderthals.
Get with the times.
Come on, people.
Yeah, we're doing the extra 8 things you don't have to do in the 21st century, and moving on to number 5 on the list. I was a kid in the 90s, I'm going to confess. Again, I'm an old fart. And what I did for one of my very first jobs was I had to carry around a bunch of CDs for work because I was a DJ. And number 5 is carry CD cases with you everywhere you went. This replaced carrying your boombox everywhere you went with a huge thing for all your audio cassettes, but
which replaced wax cylinders.
Yeah. I'm glad I didn't have to carry around wax cylinders everywhere I went, unless, I was using them as ammunition to throw them at the people I didn't like. But carrying CD cases with you everywhere. We're very, very thankful that our smartphones became not only our music storages, but also our personal DJs. And I had to carry 3 of these binders around for work, and they were full of, I think it was 170 CDs.
Oh, my word.
That I had to carry around. And then, when you had to get out of your car to, like pump gas or go into the store to get something, or just to go to work, or whatever, you had to take all of those binders and put them in the trunk so they wouldn't get stolen, or you had to take them with you everywhere you went, and it was a huge pain in the butt.
Yeah, and a little subtopic of this one is when you're driving and you pull down the little sun visor to get your CDs, and they all like fall in your lap because you've got like 50 CDs stuffed in the little holder that's in your sun visor.
Yeah.
Oh my word. I think right now the only CDs I have or will get, because I still do get CDs occasionally, is of my favorite albums. When I have like a favorite album that I'm like, this is one like top 10 for me.
Yeah.
I'll buy it on CD.
Okay,
It's kind of a nostalgic thing.
And you want that actual physical copy. That makes sense.
Yeah, I mean, when I can't get, because sometimes I'll just enslave the band, and then I'll force them to just perform whenever
just
I
play
hear
in the back
song.
seat.
Keep them in your basement.
So,
yeah, that makes
yeah.
sense. That makes sense.
Yep.
Coming up to number 4, going to the bank to cash your paper check.
Oh, that was such a huge pain in the butt.
Which is very painful. You might still be doing this at the place you work. Who knows? Some people do this. We're all so mature here on Friendly Fire. Anyways, you have to... A lot of the times, you'd either have to go to work, you have to pick up your check, and you get a look at it, and you get to see how much is taken out for taxes. No longer do we have to do that with direct deposits. Nope. It goes straight into our bank accounts, and then right out of our bank accounts to pay bills and buy more Starbucks.
Yeah, that's actually another one of the modern conveniences of the 21st century is that, you don't have to do paper checks, but you could also print out your payroll statement. You could print out your, your earnings and all that. You could just do it from your computer at home.
Yeah, it's true. But another thing I hated about this was when your check would come in the mail.
Oh, God.
Was the worst. It was the worst because it was never on time. It was never on that Friday. It was always like
Monday or Tuesday.
It was Monday or Tuesday because they don't deliver on Saturdays and Sundays.
Oh man,
who needs to? That's when you need your money. You party on the weekend. You do fun stuff.
Exactly.
You don't need your money on Monday.
And if you live paycheck to paycheck.
Yeah, big pain in the butt. So we're glad we don't have to do that.
Well, you know what a check is? A check is just a piece of paper that says,
we owe you money.
Here's money that you don't have yet. That's what it is. It's like neener. They should just put neener on all checks.
Oh my gosh, I want custom checks that say neener.
And have a picture of Sean Connery. Neener.
So again, we're doing extra 8 things you should be glad you don't have to do because we're in the 21st century. Snugs, you got the next one?
Yes, number 3. And this one is... I, fortunately, being a 90s child, born in 95.
You are a millennial. You are not a 90s child.
I never really had to deal with this because the first phones I really remember home phones ever using, because I didn't have a lot of friends, I didn't call many people, were, cordless. But that OG home phone that you had that cord that could, like, reach halfway across the block, and you could basically go anywhere in the house, but you're still on a cord, so people would be running around the house and they'd go like, like get caught on the cord walking through a room.
Yeah, your mom would yell at you like, "Hey, go into the other room," because I'm cooking in here, and so you could walk to the other room.
Yeah, and the cord would even like you'd shut the door, and the cord gets all like nasty and tangled up, and I've talked about this godforsaken cord that we've got on this phone right here in the studio, and it gets all tangled up, and I can't untangle it despite my best efforts. And but the fun part was you gotta smack your siblings around with the cord, kind of just use it like Indiana Jones,
Oh yeah, and, it's a sibling be good with.
Yeah, and don't even get me started. If we go back a little further, and like you could just press buttons on the phone. Well, if we go back a little further, you had to like work to dial a phone. It was like a shake weight or some equivalent to like just dial a phone number. You like got your finger and wrist workouts in and stuff.
Yep.
Oh man, now you can just press one button speed dial, or you can even go.
No, you just use Siri. Siri, call Jason.
And they're like calling Jason, and you're like, no, I want Jason, and they're like, texting Jason. You're like, gosh, Siri, shut up.
Siri,
call 911.
Calling.
I'm having a heart attack. No.
Did you say text girlfriend? I hate you. I hate you. Go away.
Yes, that's exactly what I meant, Siri. Extra 8 things you should be glad you don't have to do in the 21st century. Number 2 on this list is wait for news, and we put a picture up there of a couple of kids that are in the cell phone hunch. Thanks to the modern convenience of smartphones and the internet, news is instantaneous, all right? If something happens in the world, you don't have to wait for it, no matter if it's news from East Asia or Europe or across the block from you. It's all going to be delivered to you instantaneously, and I think it's kind of created a generation of millennials, or a generation of people that need everything immediately. Why? Because they can get it immediately.
It's true. It's very true. We're spoiled.
Yeah, we basically are. And that's number 2 on the list. And Dr. Nathan, you have the honor of number 1 of the extra 8.
I feel extremely honored to, hand out this award of number 1 thing that was replaced with modern conveniences. And number 1 on this list is... Oh, actually, we're out of time, so we have to get back to... No, I'm kidding. Number 1 is using celestial navigation.
Oh, God.
Looking at that North Star is the way of the past. We no longer have to do that because all of that is done by robots up in space now that beam down intelligence to our GPSs. Gypses.
That's how it works?
It is how it works. Alien robots.
Yeah, we don't even have to use maps anymore.
Yeah, we don't have to use maps. We have Google Maps now, which is the alien overlords that hover over our planet that use invisibility.
Yeah. I'll tell you guys something, and I have a couple of family members that are listening to this morning, and one of them would be uber mad at me if I didn't mention Thomas Guides. Did you guys ever use Thomas Guides?
I do remember Thomas Guides.
All right.
I also remember before Google Maps, MapQuest.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
When MapQuest was a thing, and you could just print out your directions from your computer.
My favorite form of gambling, MapQuest. Will I get there or will I get somewhere completely different?
Printing out MapQuest. I still remember doing that.
Oh, man.
So that is your extra 8 at 8. Extra 8 things you should be glad you don't have to do in the 21st century. Feel free to share this post on your own news feed on Facebook. And remember to like our Friendly Fire Mornings Facebook page. Thank you so much for making us a part of your morning.
Absolutely. So we're going to get back to the music, but don't forget to like us on Facebook, to call us up at the studio, 253-833-5004.
I know we always say, we just gave you the number to call, and we always say this when we're doing the bit. I'm going to go ahead and preface it so you can get prepared. If you got to pull over or get to some spot. If you want to play Dumberest with us, you can text in your answers, you can call us and play or whatever, but if you want to play Dumberest with us, that's going to be coming up soon, okay? So call us, text us, let us know you want to play.
And chances are you're going to be smarter than these two bozos. But anyways, we're going to get back to the music. This is Stick Jackets by Roswell Kid here on the all-new KGRG. We're going to be back with Climbing Mount Dumberest, my favorite. I can make him seem stupid.
Yay!
Let's cheese it, guys.
Cheese it!
That's right, we're back here climbing Mount Dumberest on the all-new Friendly Fire on the all-new KGRG-FM. Everything's all new.
Yeah, we get to prove how dumb we are in a new way.
Yeah, you do. I always like to, it's just so much fun for me to come in here with my trivia that makes you guys look dumb. I'm just always excited to do that for you guys.
I'm going to try something out. I think I'm going to try and offset the dumbness that I'm about to display by saying everything in a classier voice. Namely, Sean Connery.
Okay, so you're going to do this as Sean Connery?
Yes.
I'm going to do this as A Swedish guy. No. All right.
I'm going to do this as a person who's not sick of you.
Okay. I'm okay
Tell me
with
what that feels like.
Tell me what that feels like. All right, so Climbing Mount Dummerest is a trivia game, essentially, where I try to make the rest of you look dumb with pretty simple questions. So, with no further ado, let's jump right into this. Today's category is science-y sort of questions.
Science-y? But I flunked science.
Well, that's fine. We'll forgive you. What is the average number of readers for published scientific papers?
The average number of readers?
Yes. The answer may surprise you, or it may not. It might be exactly what you guess.
1.
1? All right. Snugs?
Who is this Snugs?
Fine, Sean Connery.
Oh, thank you.
Okay.
I will guess 20,000.
This is a terrible bit. Okay, 20,000 is your guess?
Sean Connery, you need to leave.
Sean Connery, we want Snugs back.
Yes.
All right. Anyways, what's your guess?
I said 20,000.
20,000?
I mean, Sean Connery said 20,000. I'll go with what he said.
Okay, you'll go with what
Sean. Catch you on the flip side.
Well, that's so cool that we had Sean, such a
He gave me a high
A-list
five.
celebrity. Yeah, I heard that. Anyways, Ben, you are wildly closer than Snugs over there.
Really?
The average reader of a scientific paper is 0.6.
Wow.
Yep. Only 60% of people, or only 60% of your mind is focused on the paper, apparently.
So actually, that probably means that only 40% of people who write research papers read them at all.
Yeah, that's true. I would feel like this would be higher because whoever's writing the paper is kind of reading it at the same time, so it should at least be above 1.
Yeah.
But I guess it's besides yourself of whoever's reading.
Well,
the
yeah,
published
not
scientific
only
paper.
that, but I mean, if you need to research something, and again, it's all on the internet, I mean, you can search for very, very specific stuff. So I'm not surprised that the average reader of every single research paper ever published ever is less than 1.
Yeah, that's true. The human brain is 80% water. True or false?
80% water?
80% water. H2O.
You know what? I'll buy that. I think because water conducts electricity.
Dihydrogen monoxide. What do you say?
Wait, is that my name?
No.
Yeah, that's your new name. You can't be Sean Connery anymore.
I'm not Sean Connery. He left. I'll say. You said true, right?
Yeah, I did.
You said true.
Yeah. I'll say false to be different.
All
I
right.
think my brain is made up of bacon.
Probably. Guess since you got this question wrong. Yes, the human brain is 80% water. Good job, Ben.
Woohoo!
You are my new favorite.
Awesome.
A cat's jaw cannot move sideways. True or false?
A cat's jaw can't move sideways?
Only upsies and downsies.
Snug, what do you think?
True.
True?
Yeah, I can imagine in my mind's eye, you know, like maybe a GIF image or maybe the last time I saw a cat yawn, and yeah, I mean you see him, and then they go back to that hateful look.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I can't remember a cat's jaw ever moving sideways. So you know what? I'll say false. Why not?
You're gonna say false?
Yeah.
Well, that ties you guys up because Snugs, you were right.
Snugs is right, huh?
Nice.
The embodiment of Sean Connery, you were right.
Well, with my hatred of cats, I study them thoroughly.
Yeah.
Hey, just remember the cats were revered in ancient times, and they haven't forgotten.
Scientists finally concluded that what came first, the chicken or the egg?
Chuck Norris.
Ding, ding, ding. You are correct, sir. Give that man a cookie.
Ben, you go first on this one.
Okay, I will say that it's the chicken.
You're going to say the chicken?
Yeah.
I will say the chicken as well.
You're going to say the chicken? The chicken did come first, not
Yeah.
the egg,
Yeah.
because the protein in which the egg shells is produced is only produced by hens.
Yeah.
What do you know?
Yeah, so the chicken did come first. Remember, the chickens are the ones that lay the eggs.
Exploding head syndrome is a real disease. Or did I just make that crap up?
Exploding head disease? You're
And if it is real, then it is exactly what it sounds like.
Trump has a version of it. It's more of a
Exploding
figurative.
ego head? Yeah, it's more of a figurative. No, but if this is a real disease, it does exactly what it sounds like. Exploding head syndrome.
Wow. If that came from your brain, your weirdness, I mean, I love that. But I will say, or at least your level of creativity, I will say true. I think exploding head syndrome is true.
I'm with BenJammin on this one.
You're gonna say true?
Yep.
I think you guys just really want it to be true, don't you?
Yeah, we do.
Well, this one is not from the imagination of Nathan.
It is actually true?
This is actually true. Scientists still don't know what it is, but they have had cases in which explosions from within the head have killed people by, well,
brain aneurysms.
Yeah. They still have no clue of what exactly is doing that.
Extreme anger.
Yeah, it must be.
We might be experiencing some ESM or exploding EHS, I guess it would be, exploding head syndrome. We might be experiencing that when we have our one in the chamber.
All right. Moving on to this next one. Forgive me as I'm trying to pronounce this, but I do know the proper pronunciation. It's just going to take me a second.
All right.
Hold on, let me start over. Phrenopalatine ganglion urology is the scientific term for what? Brain freeze, gassiness, or heartburn?
Say it one more time.
I hate you.
Say it one more time. Come on.
Phrenopalatine ganglion urology.
Okay. Ceph, that's CEPH, right?
No, that's SPHENO.
Oh, okay.
Spheno.
Okay.
Phrenopalatine ganglion urology.
Okay, all right, and it's the official medical term for what?
Brain freeze, gassiness, or heartburn?
I'm gonna guess it's not brain freeze. I'm gonna guess it's heartburn.
You're gonna guess heartburn?
Yeah.
I'll go brain freeze to be different.
You're gonna go opposite.
I will go
as close to opposite as you can get.
I guess so.
Okay.
Well, good job, Snugs.
Really?
Oh, yes. You were absolutely correct.
Really?
So,
brain freeze.
Yep.
Say it one more time, just for the listeners.
Sphenopalatine ganglion urology is the scientific term.
Wow.
For brain freeze. Alrighty, let's move on to this next one. Let's go with this one. Earthquakes can turn water into gold. True or false?
That's no way.
There's no way? You're saying no way?
False. Water doesn't contain the amount. It doesn't contain the necessary elements to make gold.
No, water has no element of gold in it at all.
Hydrogen and it's H2O. You can't make gold out of H2O, no matter which way you rearrange it.
Yeah, no kidding. Yeah, so it's false.
False.
Well, it's true.
How?
Earthquakes can turn water into gold.
I need an explanation on this.
You need to read my scientific paper that I published.
I will not accept this as a legitimate question unless I want to know. And if so, I'm moving to a place with earthquakes.
No kidding.
California.
Yeah, we're going to move to LA just so we can turn water into gold.
Just have cups of water all around my house.
Yeah, when the big one hits.
Well, you know what? Maybe they have an atom, or maybe it acts like an atom collider, and then creates these elements out of it.
I'm going to look this up. But
yeah, look it up and bring up my scientific paper that I published about it. All right, let's see. Echidnas get an average of 18.5 hours of sleep per day. True or false?
What animal is it again?
Echidnas.
What?
Echidnas.
Echidnas? What is an echidna?
Echidnas.
It's like an anteater.
Do you know, Sonic the Hedgehog, his buddy Tails, and then his friend Knuckles, which is an echidna. That's my best.
That really helps.
Right?
Knuckles. Oh, no, yeah, Knuckles is an echidna.
Yeah.
Wow.
Knuckles the Echidna. That's his full name.
Oh, okay. They sleep for an average of like 21 hours a day?
Yeah, they look a lot like those weird moles with the weird, noses.
Well, I'm of the opinion that all rat-like creatures are pretty weird looking. So, and they do a lot of weird stuff, like chew on the cords here in the station. So, I will say true.
You're gonna say true, all right?
Yeah. Long live Travis.
What about you, Snugs?
False.
You're gonna say false?
I think it's a different animal.
You think it's a different animal? Good job. It's armadillos. Armadillos get an average of 18.5 hours of sleep per day.
Okay, and I just looked this up. Earthquakes don't turn water into gold. During earthquakes, water can vaporize, leaving gold deposits behind.
Yeah, so I think I should have my my incorrect answer stricken from the record.
Fine. You both get that answer correct.
Yes.
Yay!
Yay!
No, it doesn't change anything.
Nothing like the power of persuasion.
I'll give you guys this little win since
Yay.
We're the Mount Smarterest.
Yeah.
How much time do
since
we
you
have?
lose so often. All right, we have 2 more questions.
All right, coming down to the wire.
It takes blank minutes for your brain cells to react to alcohol. We'll start with you, Snugs.
Well, since I am quite obviously the expert on this, that was sarcasm. I will go ahead and say 20 minutes.
Well, let's see. I smuggled some alcohol into the station in my stomach this morning, and I think it only took me a couple of seconds to react to it. So I will say no. I'm kidding, by the way.
Wait, react as in like, what if it tastes bad and you're like, ew? That's like an instant reaction.
I'm pretty sure
No,
I'm pretty
you know
sure
what I mean.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that alcohol would begin affecting your brain instantly. So I'm gonna say 1 second.
1 second.
Yeah.
Okay. Snugs, you have to answer.
I said 20 minutes.
You said 20 minutes?
Yeah.
1 second versus 20 minutes.
Yep.
Gosh. You know what? Ben,
Yes?
you're closest.
Okay.
It takes 6 minutes for alcohol for your brain cells to react to alcohol.
Really?
Yeah. Mhm.
Okay. Well, that's all right.
crazy,
Good to
right?
know.
Yeah. All right. One last true and false, and then that's it for the game. And right now, Ben is in the lead by, I believe, 1 point.
Yup.
That last one. Good job. I can tie
anyways,
it best.
It's
Every time a woodpecker's beak hits a tree, its head is subject to 1,000 times the force of gravity. True or false?
1,000 times the force of gravity. So that's 10 G's.
That's 10 G's.
Oh man. Well, I don't know. Woodpeckers can. I mean, they peck pretty hard. I mean, that's why you can hear them from a really long ways away. You can hear them off in the distance. I'm gonna guess true. Sure.
You're going to say true?
Yeah.
I'll say false because it's my one chance to beat Ben.
Yeah, to just tie it up.
Or
well,
to tie it up.
Guess what?
What? Chicken butt.
Yep, chicken butt.
Yeah.
Congratulations, Ben. You win today's climbing Mount Dumberest. You can plant your flag at the top. You're the least dumberest out of both of you.
Yay!
I think we all knew that already, but I'm kidding. I love
feel
you.
so much better about myself.
You now, yeah, yeah, you should. You should. You won Mount Dumberest, the game that definitely doesn't mock everyone.
Yeah, I am gonna celebrate by wearing my sexiest pair of sweatpants tonight.
Celebrate by selling everything you have and flying down to L.A. Get some of that sweet, sweet gold.
Yeah, I guess, Snugs, you still got a small victory from
One small step for Snugs, one giant leap for Snug kind.
Snug kind.
There are more of us.
That's the worst race of people ever.
Yeah, I know.
All right, anyways, we're going to get back to the music. Congratulations, Ben, for winning that. Don't forget, you can check out our Facebook page, that's Friendly Fire Mornings, or you can make a request of what kind of music you want to listen to. Call 253-833-5004, or you can text us.
Yeah, you can text us at our anti-social text line, 253-693-8323. Stay tuned because One in the Chamber, our Rage segment, is coming up next.
Right on. Phantom, the story so far here on the all-new KGRG-FM Friendly Fire. We'll be right back. That's right, boys and girls. Actually, you know what? I need something more, ladies and gentlemen, it's time for What in the Chamber.
Yeah, this is a segment where we start to get mad and we're going to complain about stuff we don't really care about, but you get to listen to it.
Wow.
Some of it
I'm
we
gonna get
care
mad about
I'm
you
offended.
Why?
I'm offended because I'm
for stepping on my toes.
Oh, well, I'm sorry. Hey, you know what? I can step on your shoes without scuffing the shine, okay?
Thank you very much, sir.
You're welcome.
I appreciate
my
that.
shine has been scuffed.
Oh, yeah. All right. Snugs, you want to take this away?
I will. And, okay, so if you've been around for any considerable length of time, you know about the internet, I'm sure. And the internet is a fantastic place with lots of fantastic things, but there are some things on the internet that are not good. One, the main thing I'm going to be talking about is grammar Nazis, okay? You know who they are.
And the Ku Klux Klan.
You know who they are, right? So I understand grammar was invented for a reason. The English language and the way it's written has a set of rules that keeps it together. That's all fine and dandy. And if you're writing a resume, if you're writing a paper, if you're doing anything academic like that, you need to have proper grammar.
Yes,
you need
you
a
do.
grammar good, okay? But if you're on the internet, You are using written language for its intended purpose. And you know what that purpose is? To get a point across and to communicate with people. If a word someone says, if you understand it, if they say you're and you say, oh, hey, that means you are, or you understand what they're saying, it does its job.
Yeah,
Who
it's
cares if the freaking apostrophe's missing or they forgot a letter? If you understand it, it's good enough for the internet, okay? Come on.
Most of the things on Facebook or social media are shorthand anyway, so it doesn't really matter, does it?
If you're posting a comment or something, most likely your main point is not to impress some professor or to get a job. Your main point is to get
Drop
your
the
point
fentanyl.
across. Not that. Sometimes, I guess. So I just want to give a message to all of you, and I enjoy grammar, and I think that, I think certainly it should be proper when you're writing stuff down that's for important documents. Emails should have proper grammar, and for the most part, if you can. But if you're sitting on the internet, it is not your job to tell someone else how they can better get their point across using an apostrophe where it should have been.
Heck to the yizzle.
If they're like misspelling a bunch of stuff where you can't understand, you can correct them, but you don't have to be a Nazi about it. The term grammar Nazi was given to people who are just so crazy about this.
Or if someone's being a real silly willy on the internet, then
there you go.
Then it's totally fine to correct them if they get something wrong. If they're spewing all their haterade all over the place,
you can counteract their opinions and stuff. But I'm talking about the whole classics: the your thing, you are versus
theirs,
the there, the to and to. It's come on, all right. If it sounds the same. Well, it gets the message
If
across.
someone's being like, I was saying, like, if someone's being racist and they're like saying something like, I hate Canadians, they're stupid, and if they spell they're wrong.
Oh, well, yeah. If you're using it to kind of just be like, oh, you're stupid.
When you're trolling jerks, that's fine.
Trolling jerks is fine. But, I mean, come on. Don't be ridiculous about it, people, all right?
Ridiculous.
Leave the internet alone. The internet is the definition of casual.
Yeah, just remember, it's your status, not your diary.
Come on.
Exactly.
Amen!
Yeah.
All right, so I guess it's my turn to rage about something. And guys, I got to let it all out about religion in the workplace, even though I'm probably going to hear about it from my mother. This woman, this Kim Davis character, she has grabbed the news by the throat, and to the point where we're almost out of breath. She's strangling us with all of these news stories. And to be honest with you, it doesn't matter what side you take on the issue. It's sparked a national debate in America. And, well, it's not so much a debate, I guess. We don't have debates in American media these days. They're just shouting contests, like an episode of Jerry Springer with punches being thrown and chairs being thrown and bodyguards that are supposed to be there to pretend to break up the fight, but they're really there to let them fight a little bit. I'm going to throw my 2 cents in on Kim Davis, and you know what? I might even get change back. Should Kim Davis do her job? Yes, she should. And should she have the right to practice her beliefs in America? Yeah, she does. But you're getting 2 different arguments here, and when they're crashing into each other like a bull into a Rowan County clerk's office, you end up with nothing more than someone hijacking a section of our government just to keep collecting an $80,000 a year salary. A lot of people forget that Kim Davis had to run for that office. She's an elected official of that county in Kentucky. She had to raise money to get elected, and I'm betting she even had to bake things to raise that dough.
Aw, snap.
Yeah.
Hammer dropped.
So if she was ignorant enough to not see that such a stance staunch from her religion of acceptance wouldn't be brought to the front of the class, well, that irritates the heck out of me. I mean,
irritates the dickens out of you.
Yeah, the Dickens. Thank you. I practice a religion of tolerance too, and I've learned to be tolerant of other people's faults. But she talked about having a clear conscience yesterday at her news conference when she went back to work. If she has a conscience clear enough to stick to her convictions, and her conviction, by the way, is that gays shouldn't be allowed to marry in spite of her superiors, and her superiors are the federal law of the land. You know what? She has the right to do so, but outside of her current capacity. In other words, get out of that job! I'm glad she has a clear enough conscience to keep hijacking our social agenda in order to keep collecting that $80,000 a year government job. So support this woman if you want. Boo this woman if you want. But I honestly think that if you think that if any religion shouldn't be allowed to hijack our government, I think I just raged for you.
Wow.
Very well said.
Wow, look, he's doing a victor dance over there. He dropped his headphones. He's out of the studio. Folks, Ben just dropped his head. Oh, they're broken. Oh, that's unfortunate.
Bummer.
All right, now it's time for my little rage. It's not nearly as serious, so now it's going to feel kind of dumb. However, it is still very relevant, especially in this state. Washington, I'm looking at you, mostly Seattle. And you know what? I'll also talk to Seattle's little sister, Portland. Hold on, let me swallow my saliva, because I'm salivating. I'm so angry.
He's foaming at the mouth.
All right, here's the thing. You might already have an idea of what I'm going to be talking about. No, it's not the weather, because I'm not going to start raging about how it's raining outside, because honestly, I kind of love it. But I have something else. Something that apparently rain spawns, because we have a lot of these here. Hipsters. Hipsters.
Uh-oh, here he goes.
Hipsters. Let me say it again. Hipsters. Hipsters. And I'm not talking about the lady's undergarment. I'm talking about the person. That's right. It's weird that I know that.
Yeah, a little.
That's a little strange to me.
Yeah, but all of you knew it too.
Yeah.
Anyways, here's the thing. There is such thing as a hipster, okay?
Yes,
it
there
exists out there, but you don't know who it is, and they don't know who it is, because hipsters, at the purest form, will be unidentifiable. You can't identify them. Words are hard this morning. But what you know currently as the modern-day hipster is not really a hipster. It's a metrosexual under the guise of a hipster. He just wants to dress fabulously while still having a beard and looking slightly homeless.
Wow, that's the best explanation of it I've ever heard.
Because he's going to be wearing his button up, where he buttons it up all the way to the top, wearing maybe a bow tie or a scarf, and skinny jeans with while wearing brigs at the same time. But then he'll also have like a jean jacket over that, just to remind people that he's a little bit homeless. He'll also have a big shaggy beard, but then perfectly slicked back hair, making his whole, the way that he presents himself completely,
Weird.
stupid.
Man.
So that's my little rage about hipster homeless metrosexuals.
Wow.
They are
An abomination.
They are shapeless, strange weirdnesses hiding behind the guise of a beard. That is not a man. That is an amorphous mass of with a beard.
Just stop before we offend anybody else.
And I've only touched on the surface. I touched on their looks. I don't know if this is going to be a two-parter, because I don't think I can get this all in to this one rage. However, I do have this to say. I am sick of this whole idea. Hipsters always want to be first to something, and that's fine. Everyone likes to, discover something and then be the first one. However, specifically dropping it because it becomes popular, and they don't just do that, they don't do that quietly. They specifically announce to the world, well, that's too mainstream now. I don't like that anymore. Oh, yeah, they got too popular. That band's music, they went mainstream, and now they're lame. Or they let the record pick them up. Or they sold out because now they're actually making money.
In other words, they're just finding excuses not to like something anymore.
Hey, why don't
Exactly.
you like stuff because you like it and not because other people like it?
Exactly. And another thing is, a lot of the times the stuff that they like, it might not be mainstream, but still they have a huge following. Maybe it's a band that doesn't have a record label, but a lot of people still like that band. For Macklemore, for instance, I know a lot of hipsters jumped on his bandwagon because he didn't have a record or anything. As soon as he started making a lot of money, though, his hipster bandwagon gone.
Yep. As soon as radio stations started playing his stuff, then they were like, oh, well, we got to find something else to listen to because Macklemore just sold out.
Exactly, dumb hipsters. That's it. I'm done. I'm done for now, hipsters. You know what? My sights are off you for now.
Yeah.
Enjoy your week of solace before the next rage.
Exactly. Have your week, because next week, hell hath no fury Like an angry Nathan's mouth.
Yeah, no kidding. So we have reached the end of One in the Chamber, and also, unfortunately, the end of our show, which is a total bummer for us. But the good news is we're going to be back next week, and we're going to be putting together a lot of awesome stuff for you. Don't forget to check out our Friendly Fire Mornings Facebook page and share everything that we have shared with you this morning on your own news feeds. And you can also watch old episodes of Friendly Fire on our YouTube channel. Just search for Friendly Fire Mornings. It's all one word, no spaces, and you can check out all of our videos that are out there on YouTube for you.
Absolutely. So I think we're out.
I think
but KGRG,
did we learn anything today?
Oh, yeah, we did learn something.
Yeah, I learned that Nathan really doesn't like hipsters at all.
That's true. You learned that just moments ago.
Yeah, I did. Well, I mean, I'm constantly learning, and that's what was most recently uploaded to my memory bank.
I learned that I could have my ashes sent to the moon in 2017.
Woohoo!
I learned that if I want something, I just have to hold up a sign on Facebook, and I'll probably get it.
That's probably true. Be the whiny person on Facebook. Anyways, make sure that you like our Facebook page. Otherwise, we'll have to cut off B-Cup's foot or Snug's foot. So make sure you like our page. Otherwise, we'll have a hobbling producer come into the studio.
Yeah, we're going to have
week.
to lop that sucker right off.
I know. It's going to be unfortunate. Anyways, we're out, but KGRG is always here. So one last time for this week, fellas.